Alright, Trey. I went back through your two videos and found that you're right. You never actually said Battlefield 4 specifically. Therefore, I made it seem like you said something other than what you actually said. And for that, I do apologize. It was a mistake on my part. I was wrong, and for that, I can consider myself exposed. Now that's the good news. The bad news, however, is that you're making it sound like you said something other than what you actually said, or meant something other than what the words you used indicated. Because just like you never actually referring to Battlefield 4 specifically, you never referred to Battlefield 3 specifically either. Here's the footage from both videos where you refer to Battlefield being on the Wii U to prove it.
The definitive version of whatever Battlefield comes out.
But what makes you think Battlefield was gonna come to the Wii U, Trey?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because the CEO of EA at the time stood on Nintendo's E3 stage and pretty much said it was coming.
I don't recall hearing a 3 after any of those instances where you said the word Battlefield. And I'm pretty sure nobody else is going to hear it either. That's because it's not there. Therefore, you didn't say Battlefield 3 specifically like you're claiming now. Truth is, you weren't talking about any specific Battlefield. As you even said, whatever Battlefield is coming out in your initial definitive version video. So that means that you claiming to have meant Battlefield 3 is a flat-out lie. Now, I'm sure you're going to try to pull some other video in your Nintendrone archive that shows that you really were talking about Battlefield 3. Problem is, none of those other videos are admissible in this court of great exposure law. The video you made in order to damage control and attempt to nullify your definitive version video as being used in an argument against you would have been the perfect opportunity to make that distinction known. However, you didn't. So it's too late to try to backtrack now as the damage has already been done. And even if you could use another video of yours where you were talking about Battlefield 3 specifically, it's not like it matters anyway. Because guess what? There's no Battlefield 3 on the Wii U either. Oh, it may have been announced that it was in the works, but it got canceled, didn't it? And wasn't my overall point in the Curious Case video the fact that just because a game is announced to be in the works doesn't mean all that much, because it can be announced that it's canceled just as quickly? Therefore, it's best not to talk about definitive versions of games until said games are actually on the market and can be compared? Funny how that despite being wrong about a specific detail, namely claiming that you said Battlefield 4 rather than 3, I'm still right when it comes to the overall point concerning the big picture. Now, as for your other remark regarding Splinter Cell Blacklist, if the gamepad is the star of the show, like you claim, then why is it you only use graphical comparisons in your video to make the argument that the Wii U version was superior when you have said on record that it's not graphics that makes the version definitive? You kind of sidestepped around that question I asked in the Curious Case video. You never once talked about how the game controls in the video you made where you attempted to argue, based on graphical comparisons, that Splinter Cell Blacklist on the Wii U was the best version.
Splinter Cell Blacklist is better on the Wii U. It's time for you guys to actually pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what's presented before you instead of being a bunch of physics flunkies. Have that seat.
There's really no other way around it. You flip-flopped. You're bringing up stuff now that wasn't even addressed in your videos as a means to damage control, something that you seem to do an awful lot of. Yet I'm the one that fails? Sure, Trey, keep telling yourself that. Meanwhile, in the realm of reality, you can consider thyself exposed. I'm afraid the dramatic prairie dog can't save you from this one. The great exposer has spoken.